Here's how I mounted my overhead console. In the front, there's a cross member that runs across here. So I took a lag screw, screwed it in there, cut the screw, made it snug. Back here, to hold the back part up, there is some a piece of plyboard that's liquid nailed to the roof. Got some basic wood screws, you know, screwed it in, cut them, get everything tight. Now, as for the wiring, that has a few people scared. This is tied into my dome light. My door's been open for 15 minutes, so all the power in the car is dead. But when I put the key in the ignition, it comes on, along with my lights. To get this to work, quite simple. Tie the power wire into the dome light. Ground it up there, easy enough, you get it to turn on. But if you don't have the temperature probe hooked up, you will see an E where the temperature is. The wires that I had to run from the top, I really don't know which particular wire is which though, but long story short, dimmer, illumination, temperature sensor, and the class data 2 wire, or the VSS as it says in the diagrams. The temperature probe has to be mounted in airflow. If you can see that connector right here, that's my temperature probe. It's mounted in the grill, gets good airflow. The rest of the wires you're worried about, if you're wondering, these blue wires, that runs to my Buick horns. I have 4 Buick horns on here going across the grill. I couldn't put the 4th one up there too high, so I had to put the 4th one down there. Pretty loud. The reason for running the VSS wire is because if you do not run it, the temperature probe will only pick up on real-time temperature. Right now it's saying 76 degrees, but the real temperature is about 72. It's picking up off the radiator. What will happen is when you go over 15 miles an hour, it will get a signal from the computer and calibrate the temperature, you know, due to the wind speed and all that. Only problem it has is when it's sitting still, that's when it starts to going up like 120 degrees in the summertime sometimes. But right now it's at 76, it ain't going up any higher right now. Let's see. Didn't have to calibrate nothing like that. My map lights, while I'm on the subject of my lights, the map lights, I didn't have the overhead console installed at the time. I ran my map light power wire, to the glove compartment light. Again, it just ran across there, down the pillar to the glove compartment light. This is Cat 5 cable. Here's another piece of Cat 5 cable. You might ask where this goes to. That's the override to the lights. Because down here on my CB, there's a little switch panel. And back up in here is my little bootleg wire and switch panel. So when I turn to, out here. So when I hit 1, it cuts them on. 4 is just my neon lights. I don't know if you can see them coming on. Switch 2, I hit that, turns on my amp and lights up my power antenna. The Honda clock is tied into my radio circuit, so I'll shut my door. Cut the radio off, cut the car off, pull the key out. So it's tied to my radio. Also, it's hooked up to the dimmer circuit and all that. See, it dims and all that. The console, it really don't dim. It actually gets, it does dim, but it dims a whole lot. Then when I turn my dimmer down, it gets bright. Oh well, as long as it dim. And see, there it goes, 93 degrees. It was 72 earlier. It's picking up right now on the real-time temperature in the radiator. So it's actually a good thing when your car sits up. You want to know the general engine bay temperature. I don't know why you want to know that though, but now you know.